Maxine Williams is one of our daughters of the soil, doing wonderful things in the world. She is the director of global diversity for Facebook. Yes, Facebook, that popular social media platform that so many of you are on. And this Monday, she will be the featured speaker at an open lecture series that the UWI is having. Today I'm joined by Sharan Chandradas Singh. He is the director of the Office of Institutional Advancement and Internationalization, and he sits on the Open Lecture Committee, who is hosting the Open Lecture with Maxine on Monday. He's going to tell us a lot more about this event. Welcome to the lounge. Sharan, welcome to the lounge. It's a pleasure having you here.
Thank you for having me.
Good. And we are talking about the open lecture on Monday afternoon, which will feature Maxine Williams from Facebook, the Director of Global Diversity at Facebook.
That's right.
Tell us, what is your rationale for this lecture?
Well, let me speak a little bit about what it is a part of. There's something called the Open Lectures Committee at UWI St. Augustine, which is chaired by Professor Christine Carrington. And this committee puts on a series of distinguished and open lectures every year. Previous speakers have included heads of state, Nobel laureates. In fact, we have a Nobel laureate coming in October, one of the people that discovered HIV.
Oh, wow.
Really big heavy hitters. And we've been speaking with Maxine for some time now to try and get her to come to UWI under different opportunities. And it just lined up that she could come as one of our open lecture candidates. And so she's going to be speaking about the building of global communities via social media, which is something that's of tremendous relevance, well, globally, but to our little plural and complex island here in Trinidad, full of many communities, and Tobago, it's of great relevance. And so she will be here as part of that series. The main objective of the Open Lectures Committee is to bring speakers of significant accomplishment and repute to speak on matters of contemporary relevance to the country, to drive the contemporary debate, and contribute to the society.
What do you think we have to learn about using Facebook as a way to build and connect communities?
Let's get right into it, right? A lot, because at the end of the day, the communities that are created electronically are far more prolific and profound than the ones that are bound by geography.
Right.
We were chatting before the interview. You have a town hall meeting or even an election, and you get 50-60% participation of your captive audience, and that's tremendous. You do a Facebook Live post, or you have a little scandal on Instagram or Facebook, and hundreds of thousands, if not millions of people interact with that.
Yes.
And I really do think that there's a very passive use, this is my personal opinion, there's a very passive use of social media in the developing world. It's seen as an opportunity for leisure and pastime,
entertainment,
and observation and
entertainment and bacchanal.
I guess, yeah.
I actually did, at the end of last year, during my year-end roundup, I did an article on how social media in Trinidad it evolved into a platform for social activism, because we saw a lot of that happening over the last few years, slowly but surely. But last year, really big, people using Facebook Live to expose the president, and people rallying marches and advocacy and all sorts of things via Facebook. Do you think that we are slowly beginning to realize that it's a useful tool that we could use beyond just macroing people's business?
Well, let me answer that in two ways. The first thing is that I want to touch back on the point I was making just now. It is an opportunity for bringing together large, complex, diverse sets of people. First of all, we've got to understand that you think you can't physically do that.
Yes.
But using electronic and social media, whether it's Facebook or any other tool, you have the ability to convene, right? Unlike any other tool.
Yes.
And therefore, to answer more squarely your point, to be socially active, to be socially responsible, you have to convene the collective. So social media and electronic media allows you to bring together data and people and converge that in a much more substantial way. I do think that we are seeing, we're beginning to realize a bit more, yes, that it's a useful tool in our context. But I would challenge that to the extent that what real difference has it made, though? right? So at the end of the day, if you need to be socially engaged and responsible, you have to make an impact. You have to be profound.
Yes.
And I don't think that we've reached a stage where people using social media are making a profound positive impact. They're not innovating in any sense, right? According to our campus principle, innovation is not just coming up with new ideas, but it's having those new ideas make an impact as well.
Yes.
Otherwise, you're not innovating. Anybody could think of anything.
It's true. It's
but
true.
Unless it makes a real impact, a real positive contribution, then it's not innovation. And so I would say that a general election where everybody comes out and votes is more profound at this point in time than somebody ranting or advocating on social media.
Yeah.
Not to say that we're not changing. I agree that we are clearly in a period of transition.
But I think we've been seeing some changes. I mean, one of the things I noted is that the advocacy takes place on social media, but then you see it translates into actual real life action. So you see a lot of it with the feminist movement and the movement against abuse and assault. You're seeing a lot of that translating from social media going into actual talks and workshops and more pavement advocacy.
But one of the things to just tie into the lecture on Monday is that social media is not only a tool for advocacy, right? It's really a tool for building community.
Yes.
Advocacy is one component of community.
Yes.
But there's also opportunities for equality, for sharing, for advancement.
Right.
And so, I just want to tie on to what you were saying, the ability to promote healthy lifestyles.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Healthy lifestyle choices, the ability to advocate against negative behaviors, the ability to share opportunity, jobs, internships. You can
even
do
positive
news,
positive things.
Yeah. You could to build community in a positive sense, to build identity.
Yes.
To build national identity, to build global identity, and this is exactly what Maxine is going to be speaking about.
So before we wrap up, you'd like to tell us a little bit more about the event on Monday?
Sure. As stated earlier, the title is Building Global Communities via Social Media, and you're hearing from Maxine Williams, who is the global head of diversity at Facebook. Facebook is prolific. It's the top of the pile, so we're hearing it from the horse's mouth, as they say.
Yes.
This is a stated public agenda by Mark Zuckerberg, and therefore it's one of the company, how they are going to contribute to creating access and advancing society via Facebook. Maxine is a fascinating individual, a woman of our soil, who started off, very simply going and doing a law degree at Yale, went on to get a Rhodes Scholarship at Oxford, spent some time in Haiti in between that very few people know about, volunteering and trying to make an impact at a personal level. Went on to work at a big law firm, MTV, videography, and then made it to Facebook. And so she herself is a really fascinating individual, human being, and a Trinidadian who's not just accomplished a lot, but the kind of person that we need to understand and learn from.
Yes.
Because we need more people like Maxine.
Yes.
The more Maxines we have in Trinidad, I think the more we advance as a society. So come out to hear not just about what she has to say about her work, but who she is and what her journey has been as well.
Excellent. Thank you so much, Sharon.
Thank you for having me.
For being here in the lounge.
It's been a pleasure. I look forward to coming back.
Nice.
Yeah.
We'll see you next time.